308 Congress of Carnuntum, attempting to keep peace within the Roman Empire. The leaders of the Tetrarchy declare Maxentius and Licinius to be Augusti, while rival contender Constantine I is declared Caesar of Britain and Gaul. 725 English pilgrim Willibald later St. Willibald arrives in Jerusalem, one of the first known Europeans to visit the Holy Land. 887 The end of the Carolingian Empire. King Charles Roman III resigns as emperor after a revolt led by his nephew Arnulf. The empire is then split up. In 1158 Emperor Frederick I Barbarossa declares himself ruler of North Italy. In 1208 Otto IV, nephew of Richard the Lionheart of England, is elected Holy Roman Emperor at Frankfurt. 1215 Fourth Lateran Council 12th Ecumenical Council opens in Rome. Battle of Aleppo 1400 Battle of Aleppo. Timur and his army defeat the forces of Sultan Faraj, Mamluk ruler of Egypt. 20,000 people reportedly massacred and a pyramid of their skulls built. In 1417 Oddo Colonna elected as Pope Martinus V. Columbus sights Leeward Islands. 1493 Explorer Christopher Columbus sights the island of Saba in the Leeward Islands, but does not land. In 1500 Treaty of Granada, France Aragon divide the Kingdom of Naples. Pope Julius Roman II 1503 Julius Roman II elected Pope rules till his death in 1513, one of the most powerful popes of the Renaissance. In 1572 Duke of Alva's son Don Fredrik begins Siege of Haarlem Siege of Rouen. 1591 French King Henry Roman IV begins his unsuccessful Siege of Rouen, capital of Normandy. In 1606 Turkey and Austria sign the Treaty of Zsitva-Torok. In 1620 Mayflower Compact is signed by pilgrims at Cape Cod, establishing the first framework of government in the territory that is now the USANS. Nov 21. In 1620 Mayflower pilgrims make their first landing in America at Provincetown Harbor, Massachusetts. 1. In 1634 following pressure from Anglican Bishop John Atherton, the Irish House of Commons passes an act for the punishment for the vice of buggery. Wentworth is impeached. 1640 Thomas Wentworth, Earl of Strafford, impeached by the House of Lords on the evidence of John Pym, and imprisoned in the Tower of London. He was later executed. In 1647 Massachusetts passes first compulsory school attendance law in the American colonies. In 1648 Dutch-French agree to divide St. Martin, Leeward Islands. In 1671 Dutch States General forbids importation of French wine. In 1673 Second Battle of Kotin in Ukraine, Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth forces under the command of Jan Sobieski defeat the Ottoman army. In this battle, rockets of Kazimierz Siemianowicz were successfully used. Integral calculus. 1675 German mathematician Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz demonstrates integral calculus for the first time to find the area under the graph of the function y f(x). In 1714 a highway in Bronx is laid out, later renamed East 233rd Street. Jacobite army invades. 1745 Bonnie Prince Charlie's Jacobite army invades England in an attempt to restore the House of Stuart to the British throne. In 1750 First Collegiate Secret Society in the United States, the FHC, Society Flat Hat Club, is formed at Raleigh Tavern in Williamsburg, Virginia. In 1752 their Silenish Military Academy opens in Vienna. Mohawk leader visits London. 1775 Mohawk military leader Joseph Brant goes to London to solicit more support from the government and to persuade the Crown to address past Mohawk land grievances in exchange for their participation as allies in the impending war. In 1778 British soldiers and loyalists, allied with Iroquois and Seneca raiders, slaughter 40 in the Cherry Valley Massacre in central New York. In 1790 chrysanthemums are introduced to England from China. Battle of Die Renstein. 1805 Napoleonic Wars. Battle of Die Renstein. 8,000 French troops attempt to slow the retreat of a vastly superior Russian and Austrian force. First Gotham NY Association. 1807 Washington Irving S. Almagundi periodical, the first to associate the name Gotham with New York City, is published. In 1811 Cartagena Colombia declares independence from Spain. In 1813 Dresden surrenders to Allied armies. In 1836 Chile declares war on Bolivia, Peru. In 1839 the Virginia Military Institute is founded in Lexington, Virginia. In 1851 Alvan Clark patents telescope. In 1864 skirmish at Shoal Creek, Al. Union troops destroy Rome. 1864 U.S. Civil War. Union General Sherman S. troops destroy Rome, Georgia. In 1865 Mary Edwards Walker, the first female U.S. Army surgeon, is awarded the Medal of Honor. In 1865 Thomas William Robertson S. Place Society premieres in London. In 1865 Treaty of Zsitva-Torok is signed, in which Britain ceded the areas east of the Teesta River to the British East India Company. 1868 First American Amateur Track Field Meet NYC. Allies win Battle of Avi. 1868 War of the Triple Alliance. Allied victory in the Battle of Avi leaves 3,000 Paraguayan soldiers dead, 600 wounded, and the road to Sunset N open. Ned Kelly meets his fate. 1880 Australian bushranger, gang leader and outlaw legend Ned Kelly is hanged at Melbourne jail. In 1887 anarchist Haymarket martyrs Orcus spies B. 1855 Albert Parsons B. 1848 Adolf Fischer B. 1858 and George Angel B. 1836 are executed. In 1887 construction of the Manchester Ship Canal starts at Eastham. In 1889 Washington admitted as 42nd state of USA. In 1890 D. McCree patents a portable fire escape that could be attached to businesses and homes, allowing individuals to escape fires. In 1895 Bechuanaland becomes part of Cape Colony. In 1896 Jules van den Peereboom becomes Belgium's Minister of War. In 1896 Samuel Pierpont Langley's No. 6 Heavy the Nair aircraft model flies over 1,500 M5000 FT. In 1899 Stuart Rubens Boy Jones Floridora premieres in London. In 1905 High Commissioner Prince George declares amnesty for all leaders of the insurrection that has been disturbing